if you thought that the thing that happened earlier in this exact video was the worst goalkeeping error you're going to see this season, well, no, this is that, in fact. And welcome back to another episode of Rebuilding Bolton. If you're still enjoying it, drop a like. That'd be most fantastic. So, 3 games unbeaten now, 2 wins in there as well, and a draw. And arguably, I think we could have won that Brentford game too, were it not for the late sort of error in that one as well. So I definitely think, and some good opponents, like Derby, fine. That game was a bit weird, but the real difference for me is to see how we do from this point onwards. Bristol City, we were brilliant, although still a bit funny. Brentford, obviously, I still think we played pretty well against some bloody good sides, and I do want to see if we can just improve for the rest of the season. Now, because I am, well, an anorak, I decided to do a bit of a deep dive again. This is just a little brief one. I'm going to show you through charts instead, because charts are fun, right? But essentially, what I wanted to see was kind of how we've compared to our XG and XGA over the last 4 seasons of this save. And so you should be seeing on the screen now a chart that I made using the data I could collate using my analysis videos. I went back and looked and see how many goals we conceded, how many goals we scored versus the expected and whatnot. And as you can see, the first season, we scored 4.5 more goals than we were expected to, but we also conceded 10.5 more, basically. So one thing you'll notice particularly is that we do tend to concede around about 10 more goals than we're expected to. I don't know why that is. That just seems to be the way that it is at the moment, but it's pretty consistent, and you'll see that it grows a little bit year upon year. And one thing you'll notice as well is, of course, we're only halfway through this season, and we're nearly at that same score again. So now, were it to end up at like 11 again, then it's like, okay, but were this to extend to like 20 or something, which it could potentially do if it carries on at this rate, then you'd have to say that there's potentially something that's a little bit strange about that one. Now, the goals for is a little bit more sort of sporadic. So the second season, we actually scored less goals than we were expected to. And then last year, we scored 20 more goals than we were expected to, with us scoring over 100. So that one seems to be more sporadic and just based on how good your attack is. But the defensive side of things seems way more consistent with the amount of goals we're conceding. So I'll be very interested to revisit this chart at the end of the season and see if that bottom red bar looks a little bit like the reverse idea of that really large blue bar. But yeah, it's interesting to do this kind of data analysis because I wish FM had a kind of Excel style thing where you could actually export into a sort of make charts. I want to be able to make charts, god damn it. So I hope you guys found that kind of interesting. I did. So today we're going to jump straight into our first game, which is against Oxford United in the FA Cup 3rd round. We're expected to win. I feel like we should be able to. So we're going to go all guns blazing, because why the hell not? We'll probably have another cup game in here as well. Otherwise the episode might be a bit too short. So changes, unfortunately, are needed. James Bree will come back in. Hang on, did I just see that someone had been recalled? Okay, so not quite. His loan finished. I keep forgetting that it defaults to 6-month loans now, whereas before it was used to default to end of season. So that's something we're going to have to look into. But don't worry, it's January. We'll be able to find someone to plug that hole. And right now, we're actually pretty strong as things go. This is probably my ideal lineup, with the exception of Kemp not being the starter, but I don't think he's available at the moment. No, although Everton's just slightly off the pace at the moment. So I think we're going to go with this and hope for the best. Though apparently we did lose last time we played them. Doesn't bode well. Right then, let's get going. Bolton versus Oxford. FA Cup, we're going full strength because our fixture congestion has eased dramatically, so I want to make sure that we make the most of it. It's the pissing rain here at the Unibowl. Hopefully a good performance here. Hopefully we continue to look better. Lots more passing is needed today. That's what I want to see. Just more passing that ball around, moving it around, getting into space, using the pace of the players, less with the ball, but more off the ball pace. Porteous straight across there, and Temenush, oh wow, if we score from this. Oh, so close. Really nice bit of football though. Basically passed our way all the way in the box, which is good. Creeping out of defence, lovely stuff here. That's not a good ball, or is it actually? Booty's on the end of it again. Go on, Regan. Deliver something special. Edge of the box for Lawrence. Over the crossbar, but nice football, nice build-up, nice everything. Looking strong so far. A nice early goal would be great to settle the nerves. It's just all the way through, and Daniel Kemp flicks it over the bar. Or maybe someone else flicked it over the bar. I don't know. We've got another corner here. It's all the way through, and it's hooked over this time by Lawrence. And just as I praised Guy Porteous, he has got a potential lower leg injury. Those ones always scare me, because I'm always worried that it's going to be broken lower leg. Lost stuck out wide. Maybe we could just go for a ball over the top. There it is! Oh, and it's at the post! And oh no, what a chance! Great ball over the top for Temenushkov. He's getting more of those chances to feast on, and he very nearly turned that one into the back of the net. Couldn't quite get to the rebound, and it's headed over this time by Famewo. McGavin, over the top. One by Critchlow Noble. Here we go. Got to find the right pass, though. Kemp does find Temenushkov. He's got bodies in front of him, but he might still be able to get through. Goes back for Lawrence. Here we go. Simple stuff. That's it. Use the support. Oh! Whoa, what he scored! It's actually onside as well. Lovely ball over the top from Critchlow Noble, and Temenushkov's on the end of it. We just would not have played that pass before. What I feel like would have happened before is Critchlow Noble would have picked the ball up, and he would have ran towards where everybody's standing, and then eventually he would have tried to have sprayed a pass out to Regan Booty, who stood out wide. Instead, he's gone for the ball over the top for Temenushkov, and that is a superb finish, just to get us through into those scoring opportunities a bit more, and it's 1-0 Bolton. Great stuff, great finish. Goes back for John. John's gone to the back post for Lostak, and it's in off the crossbar, the post rather. Bolton 2, Oxford United 0. Petr Lostak surely wraps up this match for us in many ways. We've been very, very good in this first half. This is the kind of performance we needed. Niall John peeled very, very wide here. He almost moves into Regan Booty's left back spot as he embraces it, and then he's all of a sudden in a lot more space to put that ball in. It's a great header though from Lostak. Really nice work. Oh my God. I'm sorry, I wasn't commentating because we had the ball in our own defensive third, and usually I wait because it's just more stuff to edit out. Oh my God. I don't believe he's just done that. So, it's Bolton 2, Oxford United 1. Of course it is. Right, oh my lord. What I always find funny is how they're comfortable playing it around from the back, and it's all good, but then he tries to do a randomly long clearance for no reason, and that's the one that goes in. I just don't know. Hopefully it won't affect us too badly, as we have played exceptionally well going forward in this game, but I do think a new goalkeeper for next season, even though I don't think Ziga's actually that bad, and I do worry that it might just be a goalkeeping AI problem, and I hope that's not the case, because they looked fine before. But sometimes you need to freshen things up, and we'll have to see for next season. Even if we just get a third goal from a set piece or something, and it's all the way through, and it is on Famewo's foot this time, and it's 3-1 Bolton Wanderers. Booty will get the assist. Famewo with his second goal of the year. He just missed a really interesting chance, and now he's got a much more simplistic one, and we have been able to restore our lead fairly comfortably here. Yeah, it's just a good finish from him. Watches it drop. Great goal. I've made some changes, brought on some fresh legs, just to try to see this game out at this point. You know, got Graham Goldston a little run on in the cup as well, because I think that's important. He has just learned the PPM places shot, so I'll be curious to see how that pans out. Lovely ball to Petr Lostak. He's going to get a chance to score here, and he doesn't. It's a relatively poor effort, but Cummings made the stop. Well, I mean, there we go. Bolton Wanderers 3, Oxford United 1. Pretty comfortable in the grand scheme of things. Probably should have been 3-0, but that's just how it goes. 3-1 we'll have to take. Another win. That's 3 wins out of 4 now in all competitions, which is a good sign. We're looking a lot better, at least. And yeah, Booty once again, fantastic performance for Mayweather. The defenders, even Ziga got a 7. Don't know how, but he did. Considering they only had 2 shots. But there you go. Right, couple of games off camera. Back in a minute. Might be league, might be a 4th round cup tie, particularly if it's a big sod. Big sod, big squad. Right then, guys, we're back. We've had a few games off camera. We've got another FA Cup game today, but we'll talk about that in a minute. So firstly, we went away to Rotherham. It was a very, very even game, basically, and I think overall it was a fair result. Ullison, they got the ball out wide. It's a lovely cross right across there, and there was Ben Wiles, who just seems to score against us every time we play against Rotherham. But moments later, we were able to find an almost immediate equaliser, and I figured, hey, this is good stuff. Low Everton getting himself through again. He has been very good since we changed the system ever so slightly, pulling it out the bag for a 1-all. I think, for whatever reason, us passing the ball around more means that he's able to get slightly further forward and make those runs beyond Temenushkov when we're in more of a consistent possession as opposed to on the counters, and he's getting into much more goal-scoring positions, and he's getting the goals when he gets there. So a 1-all draw in the end, I'd say a fairly fair result. Next up, though, it was at home against Blackburn in the league. They were doing okay, I think, although it was slightly below us. Ball around the side for Goldston, just before half-time. Booty with a lovely pull, ball through, and Graham Goldston scored his first goal from open play, which was nice. In the second half, we were able to grab a second one, lost that coming off the bench, adding a bit of energy to us. Eventually, the ball's put back through to him, quite fortuitously, but he's able to slot that one home for 2-0. Great stuff. Unfortunately, we still managed to concede. It's one of these where the ball is just lumped through, the defender's right there, doesn't do anything, it's able to go through, and it's a simple goal for Brady. Still too much of that, but it's just what it is. We got the win in the end, though. Bolton 2, Blackburn 1. And again, I would say it's a fairly deserved win. We created a decent number of chances in this game, I think 2 goals is a decent amount to get out of that, so happy for us on that one. Good result, and we stay unbeaten. But something happened in this next game that has left me bereft of words. If you thought that the thing that happened earlier in this exact video was the worst goalkeeping error you're going to see this season, well, No, this is that, in fact. So, yeah, let's just bask this in. Keep an eye on Ziga here, will ya? So, eventually the ball ends up on the right-hand side. It's just aimlessly dumped in behind by Reading. And all of a sudden, what is he doing? He just randomly dives nowhere near the ball, and the ball just rolls straight through, and Noble puts it in for 1-0 Reading. And that's cost us a win here, unfortunately. 45 minutes directly after half-time, though. Temenushkov doing a great job again, slotting it through. James Bree getting on the end of it, and it was 1-1 in the end. But, yeah, a frustrating one. I thought we created a decent number of chances in this game. Bearing in mind, most of Reading's XG came from that chance. So, yeah, a frustrating one not to win, but still looking up, still unbeaten since we've changed to the run at, turned off run at defence. But I feel like this was a game that we should have won, even if it was only going to be 1-0. So all of that leaves us 18th in the league. We are 6 points clear of 19th place Blackburn now, so that's nice. They were directly below us when we played them, and obviously they still are, but it's looking a lot better. Like, our goal difference is vastly better than everyone down there, and if we could just get a tiny good run together and continue the form we're in, I do feel like we can pull ourselves up to a nice sort of mid-table spot by the end of the season, were we to continue at this same sort of rate. Birmingham City, as you can see, after that 5-game losing spell they had, which I think I may have glossed over when I was editing, but that happened, have now only got a 3-point gap over Norwich City, and that really could cause them some problems, and I'm worried that they may not even go up. I'd quite like to see them go up just because of that brilliant run they went on, but I mean, they could not even finish in the playoffs at this rate. It's getting very tight in there. And as for the average ratings of defenders, now, I know this has been talked about a lot, but not on here specifically, and I think some of you might have been a bit confused as to why they're being so badly rated. So part of the reason, as you can see here, key tackles, 1. Basically, the game is not counting key tackles properly. Key tackles are very important for defenders as far as calculating their ratings, and if they're not getting them, then, yeah, they're going to suffer in their ratings, unfortunately. So that's a thing that needs to be fixed immediately. But on the same time, I know for a fact that the devs will be absolutely distraught about the fact that this is the thing that's in the game currently, and I have complete faith that they will fix this ASAP, basically. So, you know, they care a lot. They care about this just as much as we do. So, today we're playing Blackpool in the Cup. Same division as us, bottom of said division. We're at home. Really good chance for us to reach an FA Cup 5th round and maybe get ourselves a monster tie against the Prem club. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? But despite us having less fixtures lately, we are still suffering from some general fatigue. No. I'm still going to push Temenushkov in for one more match, although Goldston can play the next one if we absolutely need him to. Then again, right, the league for me is more important right now than the Cup, so I actually think maybe Graham Goldston should start this one just to give him that opportunity. As for, yeah, no, Innes won't start either. I feel like Lostak has been much, much better when he's played. Just quite simply, he's scored goals, he's looking good for assists, he's winning stuff in the air that he possibly shouldn't be. He's doing a great job. Still going to put Low Everton in, though. I feel like he's been so important to us recently. Look at his, form as of late. He's been nuts. I still want to put Brian at right back. I am looking at potential replacements. I might try and loan McCallum back, were that to not happen, but I'm trying to find us a permanent inverted wing back, and it's hard. So I think that's going to be the lineup. Oh, no. Lawrence in there. Lawrence and John, as much as this doesn't seem to rate them, I personally think they play quite well when they're in there together. So I don't know. Maybe we switch them over. Oh, that's interesting. That's very interesting. I think this is another good test for us because it will show the difference between us when we played them last time with our old tiny little tweak and now. And remember, we lost that game 1-0 at home. This time, I want us to go out here and win 2-0 or something and dominate the XG performances and actually get what we deserve from a match. That's what I want to see from us at the moment. Now, admittedly, there's some tired legs, so that could cost us, but we'll see. We've got Temenushkov as a second half sub should we need him, but I really do want to give him a little rest here and allow Goldston a bit of space as John, well, it's a shot on target at the very least, and you need those. Game's been very stagnant for the first half an hour. We're not looking threatened at the back, but we're just struggling to break Blackpool down at the moment. Now, if you remember what happened last time was that... oh, my Lord. I find that centre-backs, when they're chasing people like that, they always seem to, instead of moving across into the space and continuing their run, they seem to run directly behind them, taking longer, and therefore ending up further behind them. Well, half-time, and we've just barely edged it, perhaps, and they did nothing until the end of the first half, but we've got to be better than this. We're going to move to attacking for the second period, because I do feel like it's there for us. We just need to get a little bit more going forward, and I do think a Temenushkov introduction soon is probably worth our while, and maybe get Low Everton off just because he's not able to carry the fitness through at the moment. Is it bad that I get worried when our opponents have goal kicks? I feel like they're a better attacking opportunity sometimes than... yeah. Here we go. Low Everton. Bit of a breakdown in play. This is what we need. John, Goldston. Bit of space. I mean, he's managed to trickle a shot in there, but not spectacular work. Or intercepted by Lostak. I do kind of wonder if it's not even just that the game isn't counting key tackles. It's that players just simply aren't making key tackles anymore. I don't know if that's the case or not. But that would explain why all of a sudden players are just not putting tackles when they're right in front of people. I've made some subs. We're bringing on Zach Clough to sit in behind, and we're also bringing on Temenushkov to just do his thing as Zach Clough's throw. And Temenushkov straight away. Bolton Wanderers 1, Blackpool 0. He's just got that slightly more instinctive striker ability than Graham Goldston, and he is a lot older. Well, not a lot older, but he's old enough to just have that extra ability. Nice work here from whoever wins this header. It was Lostak, and great work from Zach Clough to flick that into his path, and instantly Temenushkov gives us the lead in the cup here. This is better. I'm going to move Lawrence into Rugen Booty's spot at the moment to allow us to freshen up the squad a little bit. So Lawrence is going to try playing left wing. Oh my God. I understand that playing in a slightly different position is definitely going to make him not as good. But does he no longer know how to control a football? Pop it back to John, maybe. He can drive into the box or play a return pass. Temenushkov! Oh, that was tight. Great stuff again, though. And, well, we've limited Blackpool to very little attacking-wise. We've created enough chances, I feel like, to have the goal that we've got. It's basically just a... Ooh, that's a poor pass. It's basically just a classic victory for... Oh, my God. Oh, that was their biggest chance of the game by a mile. But it looks like we're going to get away with it and move ourselves into the 5th round of the FA Cup. And we're able to sort of rest a couple of players in there too. Bolton 1, Blackpool 0. We've got revenge on them. We played a lot better than we did against them last time. So I guess that's progress, just with the tiniest of tweaks. And we stay unbeaten. And I think the unbeaten run must be getting close to sort of 10 matches now, which is definitely a step in the right direction. Yes, there's a lot of draws in there, but the point is we're not losing games. And I think just with better personnel, we can really start to do good stuff with this. And I think that's a very good performance from us in general. Lots of just strong performances throughout other parts of the team as well, even though it was only a 1-0 win, particularly John, so really pleased with that. I thought you guys might want to see the FA Cup draw to see who we actually get in the next one, so we're going to do that now, and we got Burnley away. I mean, I guess we wanted a Premier League tie, but away at Burnley was not quite what I had in mind, because it's a sort of game that we'll probably lose, but it's not going to mean that much. I suppose it is a derby. That's the one thing, it's a derby. Oh well, we've got through. That's the main thing. So, next episode, we're going to start off with Sheffield Wednesday. You know what to do. And we're probably going to come back after that and do Cardiff. That way we can do the Burnley FA Cup tie as a live com, because those are always fun. So, if you've enjoyed this episode, and I hope you have, we're unbeaten now in, it's actually 8 games. But that's still better than what it was before, if you look. We lost 5 in a row, and now we're unbeaten in 8. I can't go wrong there. So, if you enjoyed it, drop a like. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. I stream on Twitch Tuesdays, Thursdays, and at the weekend. So go follow there too. And I will see you guys very, very soon. Thank you so much for watching. Hold your gun. Capybara. Bye-bye.